This program contains movie spoilers. Viewers are advised to proceed on their own discretion.
Did you know the MPA film rating system in the United States enlists the words Jesus, Christ, or Jesus Christ used in unison under profanity category? It sounds outlandish, I know, but Christianity necessitates that you do not take the Lord's name in vain. Well, that was just a peculiar information about film rating system in the States. What about an entire movie that centers around Christianity's bleak picture, portrays pastors and preachers as maniacal offenders, uses the Lord's house as the antagonist motive or the protagonist's downfall, or probably even use Christianity to poke satire to the Gothic atmosphere looming during the Second World War and the Vietnam War? Well, that movie deserves a 3.5 stars to its own right. The Devil All the Time is not an easy movie to digest. Not your happy-go-lucky screenplay. Not your everyday British actors Tom Holland, Harry Melling and Robert Pattinson delivering the hard Ohio accents. Not the slide under the rug drama you expect from Netflix. And definitely not your everyday director Antonio Campos making his shockwave felt in Hollywood. It is a film that requires patience, and trust me when I say this, patience is a virtue that this movie definitely deserves. Welcome to I Like to Movie It, the movie adaptation of 2011 debut novel by Donald Ray Pollock. The Devil All the Time is now streaming in Netflix, and boy, I have mixed feelings about this movie. By the end of it all though, my recommendation would be to go watch the movie. This review alone will not be able to justify the means or the mode by which your appreciation for the movie will come out to be. The Devil All the Time is told in a fractured tandem narrative format. First, we follow the World War II US Marine Willard Russell, played by Bill Skarsgård, returning home with the guilt of delivering a coup de grace to a crucified sergeant. This spirals him down to an obnoxious Christian faith that makes him offer his son's dog at the altar of his makeshift church to save his dying wife. When his prayers fall to deaf ears, he takes his own life, leaving his son to make a life of his own. Second, we follow Helen Hatton, played by Mia Wasikowska, who was firstly set up for Willard Russell himself, but ends up marrying the preacher Roy Lafferty, played by Harry Melling. Third, we follow a murderous couple, Carl and Sandy, played by Jason Clarke and Riley Keough. Roy Lafferty becomes one of their many victims. Sandy's older brother, Sheriff Lee Bootacre, is there somewhere, who delivered Russell's son Arvin to his grandmother and also knows his sister's secrets. And finally, to combine them all is Arvin himself, played by Tom Holland. He takes up Helen and Roy's daughter, Lenora, played by Eliza Scanlon, as his stepsister. Arvin, who arrives very late in the movie, ties up all of these fractured narratives. He's the son of Willard Russell, the first protagonist. He's the avenger for Lenora, daughter from the second story, and nearly the victim of Carl and Sandy from the third story. The highest points, the most stars for The Devil All the Time, goes out to acting. Be it Bill Skarsgård or Harry Melling or Riley Keough, be it Tom Holland or Robert Pattinson as the lusty Reverend Preston Teagarden or Sebastian Stan. All the actors keep you at the edge of your seat in the otherwise lengthy movie. Tom Holland has grown significantly as an actor, and this movie will definitely morph his career to more mature roles. Director Antonio Campos, his decision to stick to the source material, using God voice narration, switching between multiple parallel narratives, keeping the tone of the voice miserable and dark, and risking a sensitive theme throughout is quite attractive. Here is a little trivia. The novelist Donald Ray Pollock is the narrator of the film, The Devil All the Time. The movie The Devil All the Time definitely deserves your time and interest, but yet there are things that will make your head scratch, and I think that comes from the screenplay itself. The movie runs very close to the story of the novel, which makes me wonder whether the character motives were as loose or as lenient in the novel as well. Take Carl's example. He's a photographer who suffers from necrophilia. He likes to take photographs of the people he has killed with his naked wife Sandy. Carl's motive can be understood, but what made Sandy tick? The movie does not elaborate. Take another example. Reverend Preston is supposedly a sex addict and a sex offender. But what about his past? What was his backstory? What would be our take as a viewer to antagonize a preacher? Another example, Sheriff Lee Boudicca. Why is he a dirty cop? Why does he not take any action against his murderous sister first? But then again, why does he sympathize with her and goes to kill his sister's killer? The movie's story is plain and simple, but the complexity of the characters leave you with a lot of untied ends. The Devil All the Time is hence a very mature story, a very well-rounded thriller, which we have not witnessed for quite a while now. Your Netflix subscription is worth it. Just give it a try. It's a tad bit too long, yes, but the movie's end comes with a poetic justice.